everyone, welcome back to Taranormal. My name is Tara, and I have a guest with me today. Her name is Brandi, and today,
Hi.
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry that I've been so MIA for the past couple weeks. I've not been posting and updating like I should, so hopefully I figured schedule-wise out, and I'll get back on track on a weekly basis. So anyway, today we are going to talk about astral projection. Brandi, I know, doesn't really know a whole lot about it.
Nope.
And the only thing that kind of brought this to my attention was back, I don't even know how long ago, probably 5 years ago, maybe longer than that. I had this yoga class, and it was back when I was taking my yoga certification, instructor certification, and I had this one instructor, and it was for meditation, and she had talked about that sometimes you can get in such a meditative, relaxed state. You can get to this certain state where your mind, and I guess some people kind of say it's like their soul, can leave their body, leave their known body, and basically roam around and do whatever. And I always thought that was so crazy. She said she had a student that she had taught and worked with for a really long time, and she'd kind of mastered this astral projection kind of thing. And she said that she had a friend who could also do it, and both of their astral bodies, I guess you call it, could meet up and hang out together on this other, in this other dimension, or it's this dimension, but I don't know. It's really bizarre. Yeah. And I don't know. I've always kind of had an interest in it since then, but I've also kind of been afraid to try to do something like that, because it kind of seems freaky to me to...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I don't know a lot about this, but I just Googled it, and there's this thing that I pulled up. It's got 1, 2, 3 different steps. First one is preparing, and it's got a bunch of different stuff, and I can read a few or whatever. The second step is moving the soul from the body, and the third one is exploring the astral plane. So apparently, I didn't think it was something that you could do.
Yeah. I'd only heard about it from...
I don't like it.
This one instructor, like I said. Before that, I had no idea that this was a thing. And I don't know if this qualifies as, paranormal, but I feel like it's kind of I feel like it's not a normal thing that people are aware of. Or maybe more... I think more people are more aware of it now, but this was, the first time I'd heard about it, and, pretty recent for me, Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically you prepare your body, you get yourself into a really relaxed zone, and you can, I don't even know what really the steps are, but...
Well, seeing here, the first step, preparing, it says start it in the morning rather than at night. I've been kind of reading through this as you've been talking, but in the early morning hours, when you feel drowsy when you first wake up, some say that it's easier to reach the necessary state of relaxation.
Yeah, you have to get in between, from what I understand, from between very relaxed, almost falling asleep, but not asleep.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's really strange. But I kind of wonder, so... I wonder if in this state, can you move things around? I guess I'd love to talk to somebody that has actually done, this sort of thing. is it feasible that you can, like, move...
Like, make it do things.
Objects, yeah, and, like, do things.
You're like, sleep, like, grab that, bring it here.
Yeah. Like, is that what ghosts are? Are we... And do you even stay in, like, the same dimension? I don't know. I have so many questions. But... And I know I want to talk about this on a separate, like, subject of a podcast. But there's something that I've been thinking about a lot with, like, other dimensions that are, like, happening around you. And, like, how, in theory, there's several dimensions that are, like, existing alongside you on, like, the same area as you, maybe. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense. And so I'm like, if you're in this state, can you like go into these different dimensions maybe? I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's interesting to think about, but so this thing that I found, and I kind of want to read like the synopsis of what it is, says, in astral projection, the conscious mind leaves the physical body and moves into the astral body to experience. In astral projections, you remain attached to your physical body by a silver umbilical cord.
What?
Yeah. Some people are able to see the cord when astral projecting.
Ooh. To
astral project, as with all out-of-body experiences, one must feel totally relaxed, fitting clothes, comfortable, blah, blah, blah. Often, comforter is best over the body. Physical body, blah, 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 sometimes gets cold when you astral project, which that kind of freaks me out. Like, is your body dying?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I just don't understand, like, what part of your body, like, because it keeps saying your maybe I just don't understand what that means, but I feel like anything leaving your body at any time can't really be good. Like, is that death? Is death, like, your astral body leaving your physical body? Or is your astral body and, like, your soul two different things?
I don't know. This is confusing stuff.
I know. Like, I feel like I've always wanted to try and experiment with something like this. I don't think I'm really at the level of meditation and whatever to, like, reach that right now. But if I ever were, I would kind of be afraid to try it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems so interesting.
What if it doesn't go back in?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
just wander.
What if somebody cut your silver umbilical cord thing? What happens then? You're just, like, floating? I don't know. I did read, and I didn't make note of it, so I might be kind of quoting it wrong. And I think I found it on Reddit. But someone was talking about how they do this, like, all the time, like, pretty repetitively. And I think it was a woman or a girl, but she said that she had been doing this for a while, and then one night she looked in, like, her bathroom mirror, and her face was all distorted and weird. So, is it not something that looks like you? Is it just, I don't know. It's just so weird.
It's freaky.
But, I don't know. Also, kind of going back to when we were talking about like, when you leave your body and stuff and whatever that is, like, if it can move things, is that what ghosts are? Like, is that just...
ghost living in you?
Well, is that just like people astral projecting around you?
Ew.
And you're as a physical person kind of seeing that?
That puts things into a different perspective.
Yeah. Like, is that... I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. But...
That's crazy stuff.
I know.
I'm just sitting here reading through it a little bit. I'm like, whew. Saying you have to be in like a dark, closed room and...
Yeah.
You focus on like different body parts and then you'll start feeling vibrations and that's when it leaves. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like that.
See, and I've gotten, and I may have talked about this before, and if I haven't, I'll probably talk about it again after this, but one of my craziest experiences meditating, I was in a yoga class and I was just in a very, very relaxed state, and room was silent. It was just a really good class, really good ending meditation. And all of a sudden in this like, really quiet room, I all of a sudden started hearing all this chatter. It sounded like, you know, when you're in like a crowded restaurant or something and you can kind of just hear people like talking around you.
You can hear, but you can't hear the words.
Right, yeah, like just sounds like bustle and like just chatter around you. Like, it's a very relaxing, very calming sound almost.
Yeah.
But in this dark, quiet room, I started to hear that all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, through that chatter, I heard somebody come up to me, like they were coming up to my ear, and they went, "Tara?" And it like startled me, and I woke up.
Ooh. And
it was like I was here, and I like kind of, maybe I had left my body, or maybe I was just, my body was in such a state that it was able to be seen by something else, or I was able to like appear in something else. But I remember that experience being really cool, but also kind of scaring me a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I can't imagine like doing this astral projection on a regular basis. And maybe I would just be used to it and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but kind of scares me a little bit for some reason. I don't know. Would you ever do it?
I don't know. It's too eerie for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd maybe watch somebody do it, but...
I know, and that's the other thing. Like, if somebody is doing that in front of you, can you...
Well, it said you have to be alone. When I was reading it, it's like, be alone.
Oh.
It won't work if someone else is in the room.
What if somebody, like, walks in on you?
No. Might get distracted, I guess.
Would it look like your body's just lifeless? Or, like, you're sleeping?
Set up a camera.
I know. Seriously. I wonder, there probably is, like, some sort of video or something.
We should Google that.
I know. We should look it up on YouTube and see.
One thing I do want to throw in that I just read. Your soul can also interact with other astral projections. Try it with a friend who has practiced as much as you have. Some say astral sex is mind-blowing.
What? Remember to always return to your body. Oh. Okay. Well, obviously there are a lot of people doing it, or else this, like, information exists. Interesting. Well, maybe that's what all the lonely people need to figure out how to do. Wow.
Yeah, I read that and I'm like, okay.
How
does that work?
Yeah, that's weird. So it has to be like a look or have like a resemblance of like a physical body then. Is kind of what I'm getting from that.
See, I'm picturing two astral bodies having sex.
Yeah.
Like, how does... Or is it... the other ghost person going to the other real person? I don't know.
I guess it's best not to think about it too hard.
I'm going to Google this real quick. Just a minute, guys. I'm going to see if there's videos. I want to see this astral sex thing.
Quick pause. All right, we're back.
It's a quick 2-second pause.
Yeah. That was quick for you guys, but longer for us. Yeah, Brandi was looking up a few videos, and it's kind of interesting. It's like, it doesn't sound like it's the two astral bodies, or I don't know what you even call them, getting together. It says they embrace and hug, and then like thoughts are projected towards each other, and that's the act. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was very confusing. So, yeah, that didn't really help too much. But it did say that anytime you astral project, your body can like it's like more open to like demons and like
to be careful.
Yeah, you have to be careful because anything can happen to your physical body, and like something can come and like and it also said that with like the astral sex or whatever, that your astral body can be wiped of its energies or something by a demon that's like masquerading as something else. So that's kind of weird.
I was trying to find a video on how it looks.
This is all very weird.
Yeah, I'm actually learning everything like now as we go. So I'm like,
I'm learning a lot because I really didn't know much. Like I said, the only thing I knew was from that instructor that I had, like, talking about it. But it's like you have to talk about a place that you're going to meet.
Yeah, a place and time.
But this other thing that I read was like, let me see if I can find it. It said that space and time do not exist when astral projecting. You can visit past, future, or other higher planes. I thought that was interesting because that kind of contradicts what they were saying in that video we watched. But I guess it's all like, this is all kind of just theory, right?
Yeah. Like,
can people actually do this? Is this actually a thing?
It's something that I'm going to look into.
You're like, this sounds interesting now. But, like, is it an actual thing? Or is it people that are dreaming or lucid dreaming?
Yeah.
That, can control their dreams or something. And they're just imagining this astral projection thing. I don't know. I wonder what... I get really curious about these sort of things because it's basically people are just saying these things, and there's no proof that I can see that it's an actual thing that happens. It's just people claiming that they are experiencing these acts. So, who knows?
Guess you really never know till you do it.
Yeah. I think you should try it and report. I really wish I knew someone that had done it.
Yeah.
And maybe eventually I can, like, connect with somebody that has, and they can tell me about their experiences. Because the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, is that actually a thing? But I'm also kind of like a skeptical person in a way, which is kind of surprising with like my interest in like paranormal stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of skeptical on what a lot of people tell me or like stories that I hear. I'm always like, did that actually happen? Or are you lying to me?
Yeah.
Take everything with like a grain of salt, you know? But I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting subject.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that some more. That's something I've never heard of.
Yeah. So, I don't know, did you find anything else that was
Not really. That was like the main stuff.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, so I guess if you want to try this out, just Google it and try to find out.
I'm curious to know what happens if the silver umbilical cord disconnects. Like,
I know.
Do you stay I think we already talked about that.
Yeah, but
it's like,
but really,
done?
like, are you like just floating in space now? Like,
you're just an empty.
Yeah, and this other thing's like you can travel basically other timelines and stuff. So, could you go back in time?
Cool.
Like, what do you experience? And is it, I don't know, can you see other people walking around you? Is it still the same world? Or are you in another dimension or something? It's all very confusing. All these dimension things are, like, freaking me out. I don't know. It's just a lot. This is a lot.
This is exhausting, my brain.
I know, my brain is done, but I just have so many questions. Like, I don't know. So, if you're out there and you've done this before, please come in contact with me. I really want to meet you or talk to you or something. That would be really cool. So, yeah, contact me if you've ever experienced anything like this or you have a friend that's experienced something like this. I would love to hear about it. But
I actually just found one thing real quick. It says the silver cord can never be broken, but it is said that your soul can be delayed from re-entering your body if you spend too much energy outside of it.
What? So, is it possible that your soul gets lost?
Okay, so if you're worried about the demon, like, projecting your body, it says to bless the room with a prayer before performing it.
Interesting. See, that's kind of what I would be afraid of, is something, me either not being able to make my way back to my body, or like something inhabiting my body, like a demon, or can like another person that's astral projecting project into my body and then I can't get back in.
Ooh, like switching bodies?
Yeah. Or does the umbilical cord thing, or cord, or whatever you want to call it, does that make it so that can't happen? I don't know. So many questions.
Like, talking about that, it's saying that you can, like, heal somebody with your astral body or whatever.
Really?
Like, if they're, like, if a person's sick, it doesn't matter if they're physically in their bed or whatever. It says always ask for protection and the healing power of guidance from whoever you pray to and envision light. If you feel ready, put one hand on their forehead and another on their abdomen and pour the light into them. Your intentions must be pure and you should be feeling nothing but love for them. Sometimes people report back that something amazing has happened to them even though you didn't tell them. That's all I've got.
Is that how miracles happen? Like,
right?
Like,
is that the miracle story?
Yeah, maybe that is. I don't know. I'm just really fascinated by this. And like I said, I really want to meet somebody that's done this before because I have so many questions.
Possibly somebody famous.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Is there somebody famous?
Right? I don't know. Another thing to search.
I know.
This may be a part 2.
Yeah, there you go. So if you're out there and you're listening to this right now, please come in contact with me because I want to know more.
That's Taranormal on Facebook, Instagram.
Yes. Taranormal Podcast.
Oh, sorry, podcast.
Oh, yeah. You should know this by now. Come on, Brandi. How many shows have you been on by now?
Probably all but 2.
Yeah. Infinity. Yeah, but seriously contact me. That would be really cool. But I don't know that we've I guess we kind of talked about it a little bit, and I think I kind of brought up all the points that I had and the questions I had.
Yeah.
Not that we were able to answer them, but I guess in paranormal stuff, you really can't. So, or at least you don't always have the physical proof of it, Mm-hmm. So yeah, just contact me and let me know. Taranormal Podcast on Instagram, on Facebook. You can email me, taranormalpodcast@gmail.com, I believe it is. And
I think, no.
I know, I can't remember everything, okay? And I'm going to start videotaping these really soon. So hopefully, hopefully in the next month, I might give myself a few podcasts to actually get my you-know-what together and figure this out. So,
yeah.
Video it, put it on YouTube, that whole thing. So,
yeah,
you can see us talk and not just hear us talk. Okay, bye.
Bye. Enjoy your astral sex.